AMR back again with another video. So in today's episode, I'm going to be covering the Thursday night football game. We have the Indianapolis Colts at Denver. Denver has really not been anything that we want to see in a football team so far this season. The Colts are without Jonathan Taylor in this one. Had the horrible news about Javonte Williams being out for the season last week. I really don't have high expectations for this game. I think that Denver's defense is going to have their way with this Indianapolis Colts offense, who's really struggled to find their footing. I think that Michael Pittman Jr. actually does struggle yet again in this contest. Alec Pierce has been somewhat decent, but again, this secondary for Denver has been lights out. Without Jonathan Taylor, I really don't see Nyheim Hines being much of a factor out of this backfield. Melvin Gordon's going to get the workload for Denver, and I really do think that he'll be fine, given the fact that Shaq Leonard is going to miss this game yet again. Let's go ahead and take a deeper dive here. So offensive statistics-wise, Colts rank 19th and the Broncos are 21st. Defense-wise, Colts are 14th and Broncos 18th. Passing 10th and 19th. And rushing 27th and 18th. So the Indianapolis Colts having a rush of 27th in the National Football League is horrible, especially when they have a talent like Jonathan Taylor out there week in and week out. You really wanted to see this be closer to 14 or even 10. It just really hasn't gone that way for them. They've had a lot of ups and downs on the offensive line. I think that Denver is going to get to the quarterback often and early in this contest. If you have Denver's defense, I think it's a smash play this week. The Colts are going to try and pass the ball, but that's, again, I think it's going to be not very fun for them. Patrick Surtain is going to be guarding Michael Pittman Jr. I really don't see this team struggling to shut down Michael Pittman Jr. or Alec Pierce. They've faced harder matchups so far this season. Colts are averaging 14.3 points per game, but the Denver Broncos are only allowing 17 points a game, so that really doesn't bode well for the team. On the other side, you have Denver averaging right around 16.5 points a game, and Indianapolis is giving up 21.3. So I think that Russell Wilson is going to figure things out now that he can't solely rely on the running game. I think they're going to have to try and get a little creative, and you're going to see Courtland Sutton take a huge step here for fantasy-wise. Passing yards, Colts have 281.3 passing yards per game. Downside is that the Broncos have been pretty shut down, 192.5 yards per game allowed. So I think that Matt Ryan's going to struggle here. I don't really see too many ways of looking at this in a positive light. Denver Broncos, 245 yards per game on average passing, and then the Colts are allowing 218.5 yards. I really don't see this being a fun game. Like I said over and over again, I can't help but think that this is going to be a very slow, grueling contest. This is not going to be a barn burner type game. If you have Michael Pittman Jr., you're going to play him. Courtland Sutton, you're going to play him. Melvin Gordon, you have to play him. Russell Wilson, you're going to play. And then Matt Ryan, I think that there's better options this week for fantasy. From a rushing perspective, the Colts have 87.8, but without Jonathan Taylor, so I really don't see them getting up to anywhere near that. The Broncos, if they do have a weakness on defense, it is the rushing game, allowing 114 yards on the ground. So Nyheim Hines might be startable in this contest, but I wouldn't bank on it. I feel like the Indianapolis Colts are going to be trailing in this game, and they're really not going to be relying on the run all that much. On the other side, you got the Broncos, who are averaging 109.5 yards on the ground, and the Colts are only allowing 89.5. I mean, Denver's like to establish the fact that they like to run the game. Does it change here with Javonte out for the season? I don't know, because they went ahead and they got Latavius Murray, who had a pretty good game last week for the Saints. And Melvin Gordon's going to be taking the bulk of the snaps here. I really don't see this being a drastically different game script as what we had planned if Javonte Williams was actually not injured in this contest. Weather-wise, you have it going to be 58 degrees. Wind's going to be coming out of the northeast, right around 6 miles per hour. 2% chance of rain, and then 25% cloud coverage. I mean, this is really just ideal football playing conditions. It's not too hot where the players are going to die. It's not too cold where the players are not going to be able to move around. Really no wind, not going to rain. They're going to be airing the ball out. I think McManus is going to be an awesome play if you're looking for a kicker this week. Injury report-wise, so Colts are going to be without D-tackle Tyquan Lewis and Shaq Leonard, linebacker. He's also out. He got a concussion and broke his nose last week after coming back from injury. Jonathan Taylor, running back, he's out for the contest. He was ruled out yesterday with an ankle injury. And then Julian Blackman, their safety, is also going to be out. Over on Denver, you have PJ Locke, safety. He's out. Quinn Marinez, he is the guard, and he'll be out. Aaron Patrick, linebacker, out. And then Javonte, like I said, he's out for the season with an ACL, LCL, and a posterior corner something torn. Okay, so the betting lines. Betting lines are, the spread is Denver -3. I have them covering this. I think that Denver's going to be just fine covering that spread. Like I said, Indianapolis is going to really struggle to get the ball moving here. I think that the Broncos win this kind of handedly, probably more of like a 10-point affair. The over-under is 42. I have this hitting the under, mostly because a lack of faith in both of their offensive side of the balls. And on defense, I really do think that Denver could end up getting a pick six in this game. They've shown so many times that they have a stout secondary. Matt Ryan can't rely on the running this game. He's going to have to air it out. And I think that's going to result in quite a few interceptions for him. Last 3 games, the Colts have lost 24-17 to Tennessee. Kansas City, they went ahead and won 20-17. And then they were at Jacksonville and lost that game 24-0. I mean, if trend continues, they're going to win this game, but I don't see this happening. Denver is really kind of getting to this point where it's make or break with the Russell Wilson decision. They're 2-2 right now with their most recent week coming off of a loss at Las Vegas, a divisional game. They lost 32-23. Had a primetime game the week before, San Francisco. They won that game 11-10. That was a very big snoozer type of a game. Houston, they went ahead and won in their second week of the NFL season, won that one 16-9. It's not been a very fun season if you're a Denver Broncos fan, but I really do think that they can get on the right track here. I think Courtland Sutton's going to be fine, and I think that Jerry Jeudy's going to get open a few times here and there, right around probably 5 interceptions for Jeudy, and I want to say closer to like 8 or 10 receptions for Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton, I can almost guarantee, is going to get over 100 yards in this contest, and he's going to score. So that's going to do it for this episode. As always, if you like today's content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a ton. But I'll catch you in the next one. See you.